What do you think that it is that the role of social media is playing in today's society as an artist?
I mean, the role of social media playing in society in general is a huge one. You see it everywhere. Everybody like just goes based on what they read online. What, you know, like my grandmother all the time is like, well, I saw this on Facebook. Did you see this? And I'm like, no, I don't get on Facebook, you know, and sometimes it's things that are just like so menial, but there's other things going on in the world that should have our attention. But it is, I think, a great tool to use. I mean, that's how I got here was y'all reached out to me on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've gotten shows before. Shout out to the Willow Sisters I've never met these girls in person. We just follow each other on social media, and they needed to fill in for a show, and they contacted me. Still haven't met them, but they contacted me to help fill in for a show, and I did. And, you know, like there's several instances of that. I think it's a great opportunity to really get yourself out there and to really introduce yourself to a lot of people. But I don't think it's as good as just live and in person. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. So I know that like Billy and I go back and forth on this a lot because we're always like, I'm always like talking about social media, and he's always like, well, just build it and they will come kind of situation.
Yeah.
Do you think that most people are thinking about it in a more like they're finding their music of choice through social media these days versus just going to live shows, right?
Oh, 100%. But it's like, I don't know. I hope I can, because now online, everything you can find it. I just want to make the music that makes people want to come to my live shows, not just add my song just to their playlist, but like, man, like I, you know, feel something, connect to it, and they want to experience it live, you know? And even if that takes a while to build up, like my live shows are everything to me. Like I hope I spend the rest of my days playing live shows. You know, I don't want anything more or anything less. And I hope one day I like how we were talking about Coldplay is like the best live shows ever. I hope one day I can say the same, that, you know, I want to create an environment where people can go, and it doesn't matter what age, race, religion, orientation, nothing. Just come and enjoy music, man. We've all been hurt. Let's heal together, you know?
That is kind of one of the, like the great unifiers of music. It's like you can be at a show and know that like there's all these people around you that have all these different perspectives and different ideologies. Yep. But like you all know at that moment, you can agree that whatever's happening right here is the thing. It's
the one thing, it's the one universal language that we have, that everybody has. It doesn't matter if you speak the language or not. I mean, I don't even speak Japanese, but some of my favorite bands are like, I love this one Indian metal band called Bloody Wood. They fuse like traditional folk Indian music and like metal, and they are awesome. The Oral Cigarettes is this like Japanese pop punk. They're kind of going a little heavier now. Band that I really like them as well. You know, there's a couple others too. I can't think off the top of my head. They're on my playlist.
And how are you discovering music these days?
Honestly, I just go through different playlists. I listen to like when I'm in coffee shops or like the, you know, anywhere that's like playing any kind of music. I just listen. TV shows that I watch that play obscure things, or radio stations. I love watching anime. So, you know, there's all different types of media like that throughout the world, you know. And so I just, you know, look up like top 100 world, or, you know, I'll just type in like specific. If I'm wanting to feel like a specific type of music, then I'll just type in like whatever, you know, country or whatever region of music I'm wanting to listen to. Then I'll type in like, you know, this metal or that pop or this top 100, you know, whatever I want to listen to.
So do you use any of those Spotify playlists, like those suggested playlists?
I don't use the suggested ones. I've been told I need to, but it's just, I was using Spotify like before they had any of that kind of stuff. Like they had like the radio, you know, I think they had like the daily mixes, but or like they'll have like based on your likes or based on your radios.
Yeah.
But like before they had all these features, I was using it. So I just never pay attention to it. You know, I like to just let the music find me, you know, I don't know.
That's why
I go searching sometimes.
I miss the radio so much because that's how it used to be. It's like you don't have a choice.
I do still listen to the radio. Like I'll like when I'm on long drives, so I get listen to my playlist. I'll just like find a random station and just like listen to what they got. You'll hear a lot of like 80s.
Yeah, same stuff I've been hearing since I was born.
Best decade ever.
Yeah, the worst decade of all time.
No, it's the best one.
It's the best
for music.
Yeah, for music.
The best decade for music, I think, was between like 60, 62, and 70, late 70s.
Yeah, for sure. 80s can go to hell musically.
Yeah.
So can you. So.
I mean, Motley Crue.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some casualties in the 80s that go, right? But like, I'm just saying.
It's all casualties.
What do you think is the best? So 60s to 70s is like your favorite decade for music or generation? Yeah, I agree. Billy likes the 80s a lot.
Yep.
What do you guys think back there?
I do like the 80s too, though. And the 90s.
90s are good. I think
1800s.
1800s. We talked about
the Baroque period's great.
Baroque period, yeah,
that's my favorite period.
For sure, yeah.
You're right around 1780.
Yeah, right around 1780 is a sweet spot.
That's
I know the Romantic period had some very interesting, like,
Would you say the Dvorak, right?
Dvorak.
I had to learn a couple of his pieces.
People credit.
I love Op. 53.
I don't remember.
Violin Concerto in A minor.
I don't remember.
I think it's an A minor.
The names. But I do like him a lot too. What were you going to say, Tony?
Well, I was to say that people credit Debussy with like kind of being like this. Like
he started jazz.
Which is, it's classical music.
No, I'm not saying that, but that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. It's for sure not jazz.
Yeah, but it was like the closest thing to like the both periods. And it was at that time when jazz started.
I just don't hear it. I don't hear it at all.
You just go to Spotify, you listen to Debussy.
Yeah.
You can hear it there.
Hey, that's public domain, right?
Yeah,
Debussy's public domain.
Yeah, let's fucking blast some of that shit.
Yeah, let's blast some
Try to get our listeners up.
That's true. Like anytime, that's what we should be reviewing is public domain songs.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Happy Birthday. Like
that's actually not public domain. Michael Jackson owns that.
Oh.
Well, he's dead now, so it's public domain.
His estate owns it.
Who's estate?
Well, I guess his kids. Michael Jackson's estate.
Who's estate?
Michael Jackson's a person, lady. I don't know what you're talking
Well, his estate.